Will Ospreay beats John Cena, CM Punk and other major WWE names outside the squared circle? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. One of AEW's top names, Will Ospreay, has beaten out John Cena, CM Punk, and several other formidable WWE superstars in a surprising non-wrestling metric. The Aerial Assassin's exclusive figures on a major merchandise platform have outsold those of the aforementioned names, news of which recently broke on social media. Will Ospreay was last seen in action on his home soil at AEW's NGPW Forbidden Door 2025, where he teamed with Hiroshi Tanahashi, the Golden Lovers and Darby Allin to defeat the Death Riders in a lights-out steel cage match. The Englishman was ambushed by Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley after the bout, with the One True King annihilating the High Flyer's neck with several paradigm shift DDTs and a steel chair neck stomp to boot. The vicious angle wrote Ospreay off of programming for his impending neck surgery, which he successfully underwent last month. The former AEW International Champion has emerged as one of the Tony Khan-led company's most beloved fan favorites over the past year. It has now been noted on X/Twitter by wrestling merchandise retail company Ringside Collectibles that Will Ospreay's exclusive figure from the AEW Supreme line has outsold those of several prominent WWE names, including former WWE champions John Cena and CM Punk, former NXT champion Oba Femi, former women's champion Liv Morgan, Penta, and more. Will Ospreay has been away from the squared circle since the brutal steel cage warfare between his team and the Death Riders at Forbidden Door this past August. While on hiatus from the Jacksonville-based company's programming, the Commonwealth Kingpin has maintained an active presence on social media. When a user asked fans to name the entries on their personal light heavyweight/cruiserweight wrestling Mount Rushmore, Ospreay had battled the former WWE champion in singles competition once back in 2017, defeating Mysterio just under the 20-minute mark. Anurag is an AEW writer for Sportskeeda Wrestling. He holds a BA and MA degree in English along with a TEFL certification to teach English. Before Sportskeeda, he worked as a content and correspondence writer at Nyabad Titans, a theater group. He has also worked as an English language tutor. To ensure complete accuracy, he uses internet resources, social media platforms, and especially pieces composed by his peers to find solid, verified information that he presents as objectively as possible. Thanks to his academic background, he can research different subjects thoroughly. Anurag's interest in wrestling began as a child. He watched Raw and SmackDown frequently from age 10 or 11, and was officially hooked by the Yes Movement story in WWE heading into WrestleMania 30. As a lifelong wrestling fan and lover of stories, Anurag would read news, articles, and other content about the talent and events he enjoyed watching. His understanding of the business continued to grow with time, and his interest in the art and sport of wrestling led him to pursue a career as a writer. Apart from writing, he loves to read books, watch movies and television programs, play and listen to music, and write poetry and fiction. Will Ospreay has once again proven why he's one of the most talked about names in professional wrestling today, and this time he's managed to overshadow some of WWE's biggest legends, including John Cena, CM Punk, and other top-tier names outside the squared circle. The AEW International Champion has achieved something extraordinary that has the entire wrestling community buzzing, establishing himself as not just one of the best wrestlers alive, but also one of the most influential figures in the industry. While WWE has always been the home of global icons like Cena, Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins, Ospreay's latest accomplishments show that his star power has transcended the boundaries of wrestling promotions. In a world where social media presence, cultural relevance, and crossover appeal define mainstream stardom, Ospreay has quietly been dominating areas that many WWE stars have long struggled to conquer. His victories outside the ring have made him one of the most marketable athletes in pro wrestling, rivaling even the most recognizable names in sports entertainment. For starters, Will Ospreay's incredible year has seen him outshine major WWE veterans in terms of online engagement, global reach, and fan-driven popularity polls. Recently, analytics across platforms like X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok revealed that Ospreay's name was trending higher than Cena, Punk, and even Cody Rhodes during key weeks of the wrestling calendar. This surge in popularity stems from a combination of his unmatched in-ring performances, brutally honest interviews, and his ability to connect with fans on a human level. While WWE superstars often operate within the confines of scripted personas, Ospreay's unfiltered authenticity has made him a favorite among fans who crave realism and passion. In interviews and podcasts, Ospreay has never shied away from voicing his opinions on wrestling politics, his admiration for certain legends, and his frustrations with the industry's business side. This transparency has earned him massive respect across all fan bases, including those loyal to WWE. Meanwhile, Ospreay's global influence continues to expand as his work with AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and other international promotions has cemented his reputation as a true world champion. His ability to seamlessly adapt to any style, from the technical precision of Japan's strong style to the entertainment-heavy American scene, has set him apart from nearly everyone, including John Cena and CM Punk, who found most of their success under WWE's controlled environment. While Cena and Punk have been household names for years, Ospreay's ascent has been built entirely on wrestling ability and fan connection rather than corporate branding. That authenticity is paying off in ways that even WWE's marketing machine can't replicate. In terms of accolades and critical acclaim, Ospreay's name has appeared at the top of nearly every major wrestling award list for the past few years. He has been voted Best Wrestler in the World by multiple international publications, and his matches consistently dominate year-end Match of the Year rankings. Meanwhile, WWE legends like Cena and Punk, though celebrated for their legacy, haven't been active enough to compete with Ospreay's current body of work. The numbers speak for themselves. Ospreay has main-evented sold-out shows across continents, headlined pay-per-views for multiple promotions, and become a merchandise juggernaut. His shirts, jackets, and limited edition memorabilia routinely sell out within hours, a feat that mirrors the global pull of WWE megastars. Moreover, Ospreay's crossover into mainstream media is beginning to take shape. He's been featured in sports magazines, appeared on international talk shows, and even hinted at possible film and gaming collaborations. While John Cena's Hollywood career remains unmatched, Ospreay's brand of fame is more grassroots, built on his authenticity, loyalty to his craft, and relatability. His popularity surge is driven by fans rather than PR campaigns, and that's what makes his current success so significant. In many ways, Ospreay represents a new kind of wrestling celebrity, one not dependent on WWE's global empire to achieve superstardom. Even CM Punk, who famously left WWE to pursue freedom and eventually returned to the company after nearly a decade, hasn't maintained the same level of global fan enthusiasm that Ospreay currently enjoys. Punk's return was met with massive hype, but his time in AEW and WWE since then has been filled with controversy, tension, and creative complications. Ospreay, on the other hand, has managed to keep his career trajectory positive, consistent, and fan-driven without burning bridges. His humility and drive make him one of the few wrestlers equally respected by fans, peers, and critics alike. Another area where Ospreay has triumphed over WWE's biggest stars is the global independent circuit. While Cena, Punk, and others came up through WWE's developmental system or left the indies long ago, Ospreay continues to embrace the global wrestling scene by appearing in smaller promotions to elevate young talent. This approach has not only expanded his fan base but also reinforced his reputation as someone who genuinely loves the art of wrestling, rather than just the fame that comes with it. He's become a bridge between the old-school indie scene and the mainstream wrestling boom, a role that even legends like Punk and Bryan Danielson once held but have since moved away from. What truly separates Ospreay from his WWE counterparts, though, is his current momentum. He's not just resting on past glory, he's continuously innovating, pushing the limits of athleticism, and delivering jaw-dropping performances every time he steps into a ring. His bouts against Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada, and Bryan Danielson are already being hailed as instant classics that define this generation of wrestling.